So those are co-primes. What about twin primes?
Twin primes were if we subtract the two numbers and we get 2 as the remainder. So so um, they are twin prime numbers. Those two numbers that we subtracted.
Yes. So if we get 2 as the difference, so if the difference of these two numbers is 2, then they will be these two prime numbers. Okay, we will always be subtracting two prime numbers, and when we subtract two prime numbers and we get the answer as 2, those will be twin primes. Okay, now this was everything that we did in the previous class. Now let's start the next topic, which is prime factorization. Okay, it's a new topic. Have you done this before, prime factorization?
No.
Okay, so it's a new topic. Write down the heading, prime factorization. So we have two types of prime factorization method. First is a division method, and the other one is a tree method. Okay, it's very easy. You just to summarize this, like what you'll have to do is you'll have to divide the numbers by using prime numbers. Okay, and what are like the some prime numbers are like 2, 3, 5. So you'll have to use prime numbers. Okay, it's going to be very easy. I'll explain one question and you will understand it. Okay, just write till here that prime factorization and the two types that I've written. Okay.
No. Then
All right. All right. Okay. So we will start with 48. Okay. Let me give one example. So we will give me 1 second, please. All right. Um. Okay. So the first example is the number 48. Okay. We have to prime factorize the number 48, and let me tell the division method first and then I'll tell the tree method. Okay, so how do you start it? Whenever you are dividing, like the normal division, you make something like this. Okay, and you'll write 48 here, and let's say you want to divide it with 2, so you will write 2 here, right? But for this is for division, and what we are doing here is prime factorization. So this is the normal division, but if we are doing prime factorization, you'll make a line like this and you'll make a line like this. Okay? And the number you want to prime factorize, which is 48, and you write, so you will write 48 here. Okay? So instead of doing this, we are doing this. But the process is same, we are dividing. Okay, so I will start with a prime number. So which prime number should I divide this with? So I have 48 and I know that 2, it will come in the table of 2. Okay, because this is an even number. So what I'm going to do is I will divide 48 with 2. You can do this on the side in the rough column. So 2 twos are 4 and 8 will be here. So 2 fours are 8. So on dividing, I got 24. So the question that I have, I will write it here. Okay. Okay. Till here, is it clear? I'll explain it again. Don't worry. Okay. Now, after 24, this still, okay, so we will keep on dividing until we get 1. Okay, we want to get 1 at the end. Okay, right. So I divided by 2, then I got 24, so I'll continue dividing. Now, can I divide 24 by 2?
24 by 2.
The
I,
remainder should be 0. Will I get the remainder
uh,
0?
yes, think so.
Yes, we will. Okay, so 24, I know that 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So I can just, or it might confuse you, so I'm gonna go step by step. So 2 ones are 2 and the remainder is 0. I'll bring down 4 and 2 twos are 4. Okay. Now again I will write 2 here. Why 2? Because I'm dividing with 2. Sorry, dividing by 2. So I divided 2 and 24 and got 2 and 48 and I got 24. Now I divided 2 and 24 and I'm getting 12. So I'm writing 12 here. Okay. Now again, is 12 divisible by 2?
Yes.
In how
2,
many
6 are
times?
12.
Yes.
2,
So
6 are 12.
what should I, yes, correct. So what should I write here in this column?
2.
2. Very good. So 2 I'll write here and the question I'll get, which is 6, so I'll write here. Okay. Now again, let me extend this line. Is 6 divisible by 2? Does 6
Yes.
come in the table of 2? Yes, right? So I'll write 2
2.
times 3. 2 threes are 6, right? Okay, now the last number is 3. Now what did I say, that what do we want at the end? We want 1 at the end, right? But we have 3 right now. And does 3 come is 3 in the table of 2? No, right? 3 is a prime number. 3 is not in any table other than, other than 3 and 1. So what we will do is we will just divide this with 3. So if I divide 3 and 3, I will get 1. Okay? So whenever you are left with the prime number at the end, be it 7, be it 11, be it any number, be it 27, okay? So what you're going to do is you will just divide it with itself, okay? That's how you'll get 1 at the end, okay? Now, what was the point of all this? First of all, is it clear like how we were going to every other step, what we were doing here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what was the point? Now, now the final answer is, what we will do is I will write 48 is equal to, and I will write all the numbers that I got on this side. So 2, 1, 1, 2. How many times do I have 2? So 1, 2, 3, 4 times I have 2. So I will write 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, 4 times I have 2 here, so I'll write 4 times here. Then again a multiplication sign, then I have 3. So multiplied by 3 multiplied by this last number, which is 1. Okay, is it clear? Like at the end, you will write it like this. Now, if you want to cross check, you will get 48 on multiplying all of these. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. Let me write it. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. So 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8. 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 3 will get you 48. Okay. So basically, what I did was, now the concept is called prime factorization, right? So I basically had to write all the factors of 48. Like I had to write all the prime factors, like prime numbers that are also the factors of 48. Okay. So if you'll notice one thing, that all the numbers here are prime numbers. Okay. In the answer. So that's why it's called prime factorization. Okay, is it clear? Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll explain one more and I'll explain this in tree method also. But first write this down.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you scroll a little down?
Is this fine, Humaira?
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
All right. Now we will use the tree method. Okay. So this was the division method. Now I'm gonna start with the tree method. And in that tree method also we can do it like with in two different ways. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Add one more thing. It's called a factor tree method. Okay, not just tree, you can also add factor tree method. So when you wrote this in the beginning, you can write this down. Okay. Now the first one was the division method. Now we'll start with factor tree method. Factor tree method. Okay. Now let's do it both the ways. Again, I'll start by writing 48, right? And in one you do remember, right, how to find out the factors, right? So we will pick out any one of the factor of 48, factor pair basically. What is a factor pair? Wait, should I continue or do you need a minute?
Yes.
You need a minute? Okay.
Yes, continue, ma'am.
All right. Now, yes. So we were on 48. So now we will be using factor tree method. I was saying, do you remember how to find out the factor pairs? Do you know what a factor pair is? Okay, wait. You do know how to do it, but I haven't used the term factor pair before, so you might be confused. So let's say I want to find the factors of 12. It's the factors of 12 are 2, 3, 6, 4, right? And 12. These are the factors of 12. So if I want to form a factor pair, let's say I want to form a factor pair with 2. So I have to find what should I multiply in 2. So I know that 2 6s are 12. So what is the factor pair? 2 and 6 are factor pairs. Okay. Both of them are factors of 12, but if I multiply them together and I'm getting 12, so they are the factor pairs. Again, now if I want to multiply 3 and 4, if I multiply 3 and 4, I'll get 12. So 3 and 4 are the factor pairs. Okay, 1 is also a factor, right? So 1 into 12 is 12. So 1 and 12 are factor pairs. Okay,
Uh,
is it clear? What are factor pairs?
little confused.
Okay, I'll explain with some other example. Okay, can you tell me the factors of 8? Or wait, tell me the factors
Factor,
of some of 16. Tell me the factors of 16.
ma'am. 1 and 2,
1, 2,
8,
1, 2, 8. Yes.
4,
Hmm. 1284.
16.
Yes, 1, 2, 8, 4, 16. Let's work with these first.
And I
Now,
don't think there are
yeah, that's it. So if I want to write a factor pair, how will I write that? So factors are basically when I multiply any two number and I get 16. So both of them are the factors, right? If I do 12 into 2 gives, which is 24. Okay, just a side example. So if I do 12 times 2, which is 24, that makes 2 a factor of 24, right? 2 becomes a factor of 24, and 12 also becomes a factor of 24, right? That's how factors work.
yeah.
Yes, right? Now, same for 16. If I do 2 multiplied by 8, I will get 16. So that means 8 is a factor of 16, which we can see here, and 2 is also a factor of 16, right? Right?
Yes.
Now, the two numbers I'm multiplying to get 16, what is a pair? Pair is basically 2, right? Whenever we talk about pair, that means we are talking about two things. So here, 16 has like 2 and 8 are the pairs, okay? Factor pairs. Why? Because they both of them are the factors of 16 and they are in a pair. So 16 has, so 2 and 8 are the factor pairs for 16, okay? Now, does that make sense?
Yes. Means
Mm-hmm.
2 multiplied by 8 are 16.
Yes. And when we are
Like
multiplying any two number, complete. Yeah, yeah, continue, continue.
uh, yeah.
Were you saying something, Humaira?
No.
Okay, okay. Similarly here, 12 and 2 are the factor pairs of 24. Okay. Now, once I'll start doing the questions, you'll understand it better. Okay, let me erase this first. Now, let's start with 48. This is the first method we're gonna use. Now, 48. Again, I have to find a factor pair. So, what are the factors of 48? 48.
Factors of 40.
We have 1. We
Uh,
have 2 because it's an even number. Now, 8 plus 4 is how much? 12, right? So, 12 comes in the table of 3. So, that means 3 is also a factor. Now again 48. So it also comes in the table of 4 because both ones and tens placed like 48 comes in the table of 48. Right? Four's table, it does not come in 5 table. And because it's divisible by both 2 and 3, it also comes in the table of 6. It does not comes in the table of 7. Does it come in the table of 8? Yes, it does. I think 4 times, yeah, it does. 4 times 6, sorry, 8 times 6 is 48. Then it is, does it come in the table of 9? 4 plus 8 is 12. So will it come in the table of 9?
yes.
No, because 12 is
Yes.
not in
This
the table of,
also come.
is 12 in the table of 9?
Can you? No.
No. So it's not, it won't be in the table of 9, okay? It's not in the 9's table. Now it's not in the 10's table, it's not in 11's table, but I know that 12 ones are 12 times 4 is 48. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Now, um, now let's find out a factor pair. So I know that 4 times 12 is 48. So I can use this factor pair. Okay, so basically you just have to find the factors and you have to like find out which two numbers you are multiplying to get 48. And I'm choosing 4 times 12. Okay, for this one, for first method. So I'm gonna write it here. So we have 48. Now we are not going to use that division column. We're not doing that. We'll just make two arrows. And what does these arrows means? I'm writing 4 and 12. So this means when I multiply 4 and 12, I'll get 48. Okay. But you don't have to draw all this. You just make 4 and 12 right like this. Okay. Now, Humaira, what are we going to do is we will prime factorize these numbers. Okay. Here only. So how can I get 4? What are by multiplying two numbers, how can I get 4?
Uh, 2 to the 4.
Correct. So now like I wrote 48 is 4 times 12, I'll write it like 2 multiplied by 2. That's it. Now 2 cannot be like divided any further. Okay, so we're gonna stop there. Now same for 12. How can I get 12?
2 6 2.
2 6
12.
yes, correct. So I can get 2 times 6. Now again we have, okay, so for this one the thing was that we had to stop at 1, right? But here we have to stop until I get a prime number, and then we circle that prime number. So I got 2, so I'm going to stop here, make a circle. Got 2, stop here, make a circle. Again I got a prime number 2, I'm going to stop here and make a circle. Now is 6 a prime number?
Mm,
Is 6 a prime number?
yes.
Think again. What are the factors of 6? Find out the factors of 6. Use divisibility rule. 6 comes in the table of 1. Then
In 2 stable
hmm,
and in 6 stable and
in 6 table. And how did you know that it comes in the 2 table? How many times? 2 times what is 6?
2 6
No, 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 no.
2 6.
2 multi 2 when you what are you multiplying in 2 to get 6? 2 multiplied by what is 6? Like 2 into what is here so that you're getting 6.
2 3 is 6.
Yes, so that means 3
Yeah.
is also a factor, right? So 2 and 3 are factor pairs. So 3 is a factor, okay? So how many factors does it has? It has 4 factors. So that means it's not a prime number. And that means I will have to divide it further, okay? Now 6 can be written as 2 into 3. So 2 3s are 6. Now both of them are prime numbers. So that means I'm going to stop here and I'll circle this, okay? Now I will write 48 is equal to all the numbers that I've circled. Okay, 2 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 2, again multiplied by 2, and multiplied by this 3. Okay. Now, what I think is that before we go further, I want you to solve one question from this so that you don't forget this. Okay. Then we'll continue. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll share one question. Okay. Can you prime factorize 60 by division method?
60.
60. Don't write this second factor tree method. You've written till here, right?
Yes.
After that, write down question prime factorize. Write it down with me. By division method, okay?
Come on. Ma'am, should we divide
Yes, Mira.
this by? Should we divide this with two too?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Continue. Can we divide 60 by?
Two,
Yes.
like
It's a
48.
by wait. 60 by 2, right?
Uh, yes.
Yes, you can. 2 is a prime number, right? We only divide using prime numbers, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I actually divided 2 with 60, then 2 with 30, and 2 with 15. Then I got the remainder 7. Now I don't know what should I do.
Okay, show me the calculations. Um, okay. You will not divide 15 and 7, like 15 and 2. Once you get 15, you can change the numbers also, right? Is 15 there in any prime numbers table?
No.
Think about it. Use divisibility rules.
5,
Yes. How many times?
5 3s are 15.
Yeah, so that means it's in the table of two prime numbers, in three's table and in five's table also, right? So erase that 2 and erase that 7. write either 3 or 5 and then write the answer. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Is that clear? So we will not choose the numbers, like we will only choose the numbers that we know will get us the remainder 0. Okay? Like the numbers that are perfectly divisible.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, after dividing 3 with 15, I don't really know what should I do after doing that.
Okay. Like how to write it? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Mm-hmm.
means after doing that, I don't know
Hmm.
what to do. Like,
Okay, wait.
what should I do with the question that I got?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna write it on the screen. Okay. So we started with 60. We started with 60. You divided it with 2, you got 30. Then again you divided this with 2, you got 15, right? Now
Yes.
I will divide this by, you can divide this by 3 or 5. I'll take 3. Now when I divide 3 and 15, I will get 5. So look at the screen, Humaira. I'll write 5 here. Okay. Now what I said, what did we do here in the here when we had 3 left? 3 is not divisible by anything, right? So we just divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3 and we will get same thing we will do here. So 5 divided by 5 and I'll get 1. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, write this down.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Done. Uh the important step, you write that 60 is equal to
Yeah, I'm writing
um
that.
okay. Write that down and like tell the final answer.
Yes, done, ma'am.
All right. Now let's do this by factor tree method. Okay. 60 only. We'll use factor tree method. I also did prime fact. Okay, yeah. But first, what was the final answer that you had?
60 after multiplying and dividing.
No. Like this 2 multiplied by 2, like that.
Yeah,
Multiplied by 3,
that
multiply.
one.
Is this the answer that you got? Check it.
Yes.
Okay. Now I also divided this and I also got the same answer, but you can have different ways. Like what I did here was instead of dividing it by 2 again, I divided this with 3 and I got 10 here. Okay, 3 divided by 30 got me 10, and then I divided 5 and 2. So the same answer, but the division can vary. Okay, so your answer is also correct. Now, we are going to use the factor tree method. Factor tree method for 60. Sorry. So for 60. Now, for how, like, where do we start? First, we use the, like, first we find the factor pairs. Now, what are factor pairs? We have to find which two numbers are we multiplying to get 60. Okay. So the factors of 60 are, first of all, we have 1, we have 2, we also have 3, we have, do we have 4? I don't think we have 4. So 60 divided by 4, it's going to be 30 by 2. Yeah, we have 4. So 4 is also a factor. Now, what else? 5 is also a factor. 6 is also a factor. 7 is not a factor. 8, is 8 a factor? I don't think so. It's a factor. 60 divided by 8 will get me 30 by 4. No, 8 is not a factor. Okay. Uh, 9 is also not a factor. 10 is a factor. 12 is also a factor. 12 fives are 60. So, and we don't need these many factors. Like till here, it's fine because we only need one pair. Okay. So, no need to find all the factors. Now, I will choose one pair of factor. Okay. One factor pair. So, first I'll write 60 and I have to find a, like any two numbers that we are multiplying to get 60. Okay. So, if I take, let's say, 5, 5 multiplied by 12 is 60. Or let's take something you already know. So, 2 multiplied by how much is 60? What should I multiply in 2 so that I get 60?
Um,
We did it here.
12.
No, no, no. 2 multiplied by 30 will give me 60. 2 threes are 6, right? And you just add one more 0. So, here I'll write 2 multiplied by 30. Okay. Now, out of these two, 2 is a prime number. So what do? We encircle the prime number. Okay. Now, 30 is not a prime number. So I'll continue my division here. So 30 can, now the factors of 30. If I do 6 multiplied by 5, I will get 30, right? 6 times 5 is 30, right? So I'll write 6 and 5. Now again, 5 is a prime number. I will circle the prime number. Okay?
Okay, ma.
Okay, Humaira?
Okay,
Now,
ma.
we have 6. Now 6 is not a prime number, so I'll divide again. And so 6 will get me 2 multiplied by 3. Now both of them are prime numbers, so I can circle both of them. Okay, so we just have to keep on dividing until we get the prime numbers. So now at the end, I can write that 60 is equal to, what are the numbers that we have circled? 2 multiplied by 2. There's no need to write them in order. I'm just writing like all the 2's together, then times 3 multiplied by 5. Okay, and if you'll see that this answer, 2 multiplied by 2 times 3 times 5, is same as here. Okay. So that means our answer is correct. Okay. So till here we have. So is this clear for 60?
Yes.
Okay. Now you can start writing. Write factor tree method and write way 1. Let it like way 1. So this is the first way, and write down for 48. Then you can write down for 60. Is that clear?
Uh, can you repeat it again?
Okay, okay. I was saying that first write down factor tree method, way 1, this is the first way. There's one more way to do this, and write for 48. Then I'd show you for 60 also. Okay.
Okay, ma. Ma'am, can you do a little bit down? Done, ma'am.
Right for 60 also.
Done, ma'am.
All right. Is there some background noise?
Yes.
Okay, give it a minute. All right, let's continue anyway. Now let's do the second method for factor tree method. Now in this first method, we were finding the pairs, right? Factor pairs. Now in this one, I'll just straight up divide this by 2. Okay, so when I divide 60 with 2, so 60 and 2, I will get 30. 2 threes are 6, and the remainder is 0. So I will get 30 as the question. So I will straight up just divide by 2. And so what will I get here? So 2 times 30. Did I also take 2 here? Yep. So 2 times 30. Then again, what I'm going, then I have 2. So it's a prime number. So I'll circle it. And then let's come to 30. Now in the previous part, I took like 6 multiplied by 5. That's not what I'm going to do in this one. I will divide 30 with 2 again. Okay. So now after dividing 30 with 2, I'll get 15. So 2 ones are 2, balance 1 and 0. So 2 fives are 10. So I'll get 15 as the question. So like for 30, I will write it as 30 will be written as 2 multiplied by 15. Okay. Now again 2 is a prime number. I'll circle 2. Now 15. Does 15 comes in the table of 2?
No.
No, right? So I'll choose another number, another prime number. So after 2, what's the next prime number? We'll check for the next prime number, which is 3. So yes, 15 comes in the table of 3. And how many times? 5s are. So I'll write 3 multiplied by 5. Now both of them are prime numbers, so I can circle both of them. Okay. And my answer will be 60 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay. So in the first method, we were finding factor pairs and then we were continuing the factorization. But in this one, we stick to one number. So I'll keep on dividing with 2 until I get a number that cannot be divided by 2. Then I'll choose the next number. Okay. So this method, Humaira, the second way is very similar to this one. Okay. We keep on dividing with 2 until I get another number, like a number which is not divisible by 2. Then I change the number. So this method is same as this method, but we are like writing it differently. In that one we are writing it like this, and in this one we are making a tree like pattern. Okay, write this down.
Then ma.
All right, now I'll give you one question. Is it clear, all the three methods?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll give you one question. Okay. Now, you'll have to you like, okay, you can write the question, okay? Okay. So, you have to prime factorize the number 396 by using division method and prime, sorry, by division method and factor tree method. Done, Humaira?
No, ma'am.
Any more? Okay, okay.
Ma'am, uh, by dividing 2
Yes.
with by dividing 2 with 49, I got the remainder 1 and the quotient 24. Uh, so I got the remainder 1, but I think I should not get a remainder. I'm got stuck.
Yes, you shouldn't be getting a remainder. Am I audible? I was saying yes, you should not be getting a remainder.
Okay, ma'am.
Which method are you using first? Are
Uh,
you doing division method
no,
right
I'm
now?
in division method, right? The first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So can you tell me what, like, how far are you? Like, what did you got? What have you gotten till now?
Uh, right now I got 49, and before that I got 196, then 98, then 49.
Okay, so the first, when you divided in the first line, 396 divided by 2, what did you get in the second line?
198,
Correct. Then after that, 198, then
98.
you
No,
will get
100, 100 and, wait, 198, yes. Then 98.
you will get 99. Okay. When you divide 198 with 2, you're supposed to get 99.
Uh, no, I didn't get 99. I got
Okay,
90.
let me do the calculations.
Come on.
So 198 divided by 298 divided by 2. So we know that two nines are 18, right? So two nines are 18. So I will get balance 1. This will come down. So again it's 18. So two nines are 18. Okay? And remainder 0. So you will get 99. Should I tell again?
Oh, no, no. Let me see.
Is it clear? Should I help?
Oh, wait. Oh, I just did one mistake. I by mistakenly divided 2 with 196.
Okay, okay. That's why you were
Wrong.
saying 196. That's why. Okay, okay. Make the corrections.
But in 2 divided by 396, I got 198.
Okay, okay. So that's correct. If you got continue with that, I think we'll have to join another room. Give me 1 second, okay?